So we're going to get back to it here. We currently have a power rating of 37. And we are going to continue on. We have tons of stuff going on here. But right this second, I am wanting to kind of get an idea of what all we have going on here. Because we have lots of stuff happening.
Look at this place. It's a bloody palace it is. Fit
Yes.
for a king, eh?
It is. News from Thedas. Heaven destroyed by darkest menace. Yes. What is over here? Hello? What's flashing at me? Is it just that? Okay. I read that already. Why do you not deactivate when I read the thing? There's Cullen.
The order was sent?
Yes, Commander.
Hi, Cullen.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now!
I'm still trying to figure out how their, like,
We
headdress
set up
works.
as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
Do you ever sleep?
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but has improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Everyone has so much faith in my leadership. I hope I'm ready.
You won't have to carry the Inquisition alone, although it must feel like it. We needed a leader, and you have proven yourself.
You responded quickly to the attack on Haven. Without that, so many more would have died. I'm grateful for any help you can give.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people. You have my word.
Good man. This looks like it's gonna start a quest. I don't want to start a quest right this second. If I can help it. We're just in here looking at the doorway, guys? Okay. Alright. That's an option, I guess. No, I don't get to go over there yet? Okay. Alright. I will wait. Be patient, I suppose. Oh, there's Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
So, Inquisitor. It's Inquisitor now, right? Remember that war we talked about stopping? Full of little baddies I can stick with little arrows. That's not a friggin' archdemon, is it? Gosh, though, what do I step in?
I've apparently been through a lot. But yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
Ah.
The ancient thing trying to kill us seems pretty real.
Don't get me started. Oh, wait, too late, right? A Magister who cracked the Black City. It's a hazy dream, right? I mean, if it's real, then the seat of the Maker? Real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker? Real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world? Real things. It's too far, innit? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
Hello and welcome to Mountain Shade Village Firebolt. How are you today? Hope you're having a lovely day. My name is Churney. I'm a variety streamer, and as you can see, we're playing some Dragon Age Inquisition today. Welcome in. Please find yourself a nice cozy hut, and if you would like, many of our community members are from all over the world, so if you'd like to let us know where in the wide world you are more than welcome to.
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing.
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Coryphalis believe in those. Good enough? Please be good enough.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring them on. But first, food. I'm starving.
Nice. Sarah is starting to grow on me. I'm really liking the way the character is extending. It's a lot of fun. I think I saw Iron Bull over there, so let's see what he has to say.
Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
So how did you get the name Iron Bull?
I picked it. We don't have names under the Qun. Just, I don't know, job descriptions, I guess. When I came to Orlais, I chose the Iron Bull for myself.
But why specifically Iron Bull?
This may surprise you, but I really like hitting things. Also, it's the Iron Bull, technically. I like having an article at the front. It makes it sound like I'm not even a person, just a mindless weapon. An implement of destruction. That really works for me.
I love that he is so thoughtful.
I'd like to know more about the Qunari.
You writing a book?
What I've heard about them sounds fascinating.
What you've heard was mostly horse shit. All right. What do you want to know?
The word Qunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Qun are the Vidathari. The Qunari who break away from the Qun are Talvasha, deserters.
What about Qunari who existed before the Qun?
The people we came from. They're called the Kossith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kossith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they are.
Interesting.
How is everyday life different for Qunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Val Royeaux gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Qun. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
I like that. Oh, he had something that he wanted to show us or something. We were gonna go talk to Varric, though, because we gotta meet that new character.
Have you met this friend of Varric's, Inquisitor?
Not yet, no.
It had better not be who I think it is. I will wring that little bastard's neck.
Why? Who do you think it is?
Someone Varric claimed he could not contact. Someone the Inquisition, indeed all of Thedas, desperately needed. I'll reserve judgment until I know for certain. No need to have that rogue screaming persecution yet again.
Thank you. Sorry, my dog started going nuts as you were talking to me. I'm from Newfoundland, Canada. Newfoundland! One of my favorite groups was out of Newfoundland. Welcome to Mountain Shade Village, my friend. I hope you enjoy it here. It is lovely to have you stopping in with us. I'm guessing that you found me because of Dragon Age. I am just now getting to play any of the Dragon Age games. I have not played any Bioware games to my knowledge. Certainly not any of the Dragon Age games or Mass Effect games. So I'm just kind of getting into it, and I'm having a great time. So it's all new to me. I know nothing.
Do you have any advice for me?
Treat Dorian with caution. It's possible he could be what he seems, a Tevinter mage wishing to do better than his countrymen. What if he is not? At best, his presence makes the Inquisition appear to have questionable allies.
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the treasury carefully, with that Thera present.
You think she's here to rob us?
Possibly not, but I would hardly put it past her.
This is your favorite game? So I am
That's
just getting to know it.
Another
So like
time, then.
obviously the game has been around for a while, so there's lots of like just publicly available clips and stuff like that. So we are actually playing my Inquisitor here is based off of my TikTok character. The community decided that they wanted to see Taylor Greyfort as an Inquisitor, so we did an Inquisitor build here for a version of Taylor. And the funny thing about this is that Taylor Greyfort is actually partially inspired by Dorian. So Dorian Pavos is one of my inspirations for that character. So a little bit of cyclical inspiration there in the universe. What's triggering? Oh, the waypoint is triggering the... Okay. Yes, I know the waypoint is there. Thank you. But everybody wanted to see Greyfort as my Inquisitor, so we built my Inquisitor sort of based on that concept. You love Dorian's character? So I was doing a little bit of research because everybody's asking me, like, who am I going to romance? Because I don't know yet. I was like, I don't know the dialogue well enough to, like, know where I want to go for the game. But, I love the design that Dorian has. It's a wonderful time. This is giving me strong, strong Witcher 3 vibes right here. Ooh. Can I get back up here real quick? That's cool. I love that. What am I looking for? Options, interface, off, confirm changes. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, turn around. I need to turn off the journal. There we go. Pretty! I need like a macro. I need a macro so that I can just do... turn off the HUD all the time. Like... Because I want to take, like, screen grabs and stuff. I don't think this is the way that I am supposed to get over here, but it's the way that I got over here, so... Bioware can deal. We Skyrimmed our way to this location. It's fine. There's Varric. Why is there a bottle of wine here, Varric? What you doing? What's going on? That's some nice armor.
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor. I figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did fight him after all.
Yeah, as long as I get
This
there.
view reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
If I thought like that, I'd never get anything done.
How do you put it out of your head?
I go out into the wilderness and find something that wants to kill me. That usually clears my mind.
It always worked for me.
A whole
And
mood. A
Speaking
whole
of things that
mood.
want to kill you.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection to the Darkspawn to influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
If that's what happened to the Wardens, do you think we can free them?
It's possible. But we need to know more first. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
I'm intrigued by the breastplate that Hawk is wearing. I know there's a word for that, like, protrusion that protects the neck and face, but I can't remember what it is.
Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was red. I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
Corypheus had Templars with him at Haven. They looked like they'd been exposed to the lyrium you describe.
Hopefully my friend in the Wardens will know more.
I appreciate the help.
I'm doing this as much for myself as for you. Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time, I'll make sure of it. Inquisitor.
Magic Sheep, what are you working on?
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall.
Are you just having a friendly
Where are they now?
conversation with the
When
chat?
the Wardens began acting strangely.
I am
had my friend Adeline
suspicious.
take my brother out of the Free Marches. My uncle Gamlen's still in Kirkwall. But everyone else I used to know,
It's been a while,
pretty much
that's
scattered
all.
to the winds.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition? What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was a little surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition.
I am liking Hawk's costuming.
You said you thought you killed Corypheus?
The
I
Grey
solemnly
Wardens had him
swear I am
imprisoned.
up to no good.
They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts.
Thank you
He
for the
sent them
hydrate,
after me.
Tipsy Tiger.
And I didn't.
Ah!
When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground. Maybe his tie to the Blight somehow brought him back. Or maybe it's old Tevinter magic. But he was dead. I swear it.
I believe you, Hawk. It's okay. He's so aggravated.
Varric said you were the champion of Kirkwall. I've only heard a little about what happened there.
What happened at Kirkwall was the same thing that happened everywhere. Fearful of blood magic and abominations, the Templars brutally suppressed the Circle. And in their desperation to survive, the mages of the Circle turned to blood magic, or became abominations. Finally, a rebel mage named Anders destroyed Kirkwall's chantry, and everything came tumbling down.
I heard that Anders was your friend. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just an Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
Where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion.
I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up, and the Exalted March never came.
We'll talk later.
I'll meet you at Crestwood.
Nice. I like Hawk's look. I feel like that could be a really fun cosplay. The only thing that bugs me is the, like, giant belt buckle. It's very impractical. Ah, was this the way I was supposed to have come up here? That was not, like, up and over the stinking wall? Also, why is there an axe in this bed frame? I'm very confused. Yes, it is a tipsy tiger. I've never seen this hawk. My hawk in game is always female, so it's nice to see the other perspective. Very nice. I didn't know that it could generate in 2 different ways. That's super cool.
Scout Harding,
Your worship.
what's been going on?
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
Firebolt, you have been summoned to fight the village well. Should you fail to silence the village well, you will cause it to wake. Roll. Ooh, a 16. Nicely done.
Shouldn't
Well
you be out
done.
there scouting?
In a bit. We're in Skyhold for supplies and a change of personnel.
Nicely
Not me, though.
done.
Indispensable.
So who's Scout Harding really?
Me? Oh, I'm no one. Lived near Redcliffe all my life. Herded sheep for my neighbor. When the Inquisition came through my village, I helped by telling them everything I knew about the area. Then I signed on. Wanted to see the world before it was swallowed up by that thing out there.
I should go.
What a way to close that conversation. Ooh, with a staff. Very nice. Like, as a mage or as a monk? I'm a big fan of monks in D&D myself.
So, this is Skyhold. Come, let's
As
walk
a
the
mage.
ramparts.
Very nice.
I want to examine our fortifications.
Do you play as a mage in Dragon Age a lot, Firebolt?
We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
You've never played D&D? Oh, I'm a huge fan. I've been playing for like 16 years now. It's a good time.
On the other hand, that means he can see us from miles away.
Let him come. I swear I'll take the twister bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
I'm grateful for your support.
It's my job, isn't it? Killing Darkspawn. Look, in spite of it all, there is hope. The people flock to your banner. They
Played as a
believe in
warrior
you.
for your first playthrough, and then after that, always a mage. Nice. Very
Tell me
nice.
honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen?
There's so little I remember. What if they're right?
Does it even matter? Don't you see what you are to them? Without you, they'd be consumed by despair. We all would. They need you to be Andraste's messenger. It gives them hope. The truth doesn't matter.
I like Blackwall's response to
listen to me
this.
talk. Your time is valuable and I've wasted enough of it.
I like that he sees that it doesn't matter whether or not we are actually this holy relic. It's how people see us that's going to be the end result. We haven't been able to go out and do battle yet, but I am playing a rogue. I play lots of rogues. I'm a big fan of rogues. My fiance wants to get me into D&D, but I feel like there's a lot to try and learn. So yes and no. There is a lot to D&D. There can be a lot to D&D. However, I will say preparing for your first session, you can get set up with a very small amount of stuff, and a lot of the mechanics of D&D come together better when you're sitting at the table and you're able to work with your character sheet and talk to people around you at the table. So I would say as long as you find a good table with players that play in the same kind of way that you do, like if you are a beat down the door, kill the monster, get the treasure kind of player, and you're at a table with a bunch of people who want to sit down and have really heavy role play and get really into their characters, or vice versa, either of those things, like that's not always a good match for you to be at that table. So as long as you get a good pairing, you're doing well. That's my biggest advice is give yourself some patience getting to know the game, and it's okay to try to find a good table of players that match your play style, and a good DM, a good dungeon master, a good game runner of any kind. As long as that matches up really well, you're in the right place. But sometimes your first table is not that match, and that's okay too. Ah, there it is. Firebolt hears the village well gurgle to life again. They see Churney next to the well and scream, Abjisse! And Churney is flung from the well. Next, Firebolt casts a fireball in which lands in the well and causes the gurgle to end in a hissing of steam as the village well is put back to sleep. For now. Nicely done, Magic. I love that. That is fantastic. But yeah, like, it can be really daunting to, like, approach the math and stuff that's there as part of the game, right? But, you know, give yourself some space and time, and you can learn some really awesome stuff. And one of my favorite things about the game is that it's so versatile. There's so much that you can do with D&D. The new thing to spice up chat. I'm enjoying it, Magic. I'm excited to see what's next. Also, I'm getting the impression that it also helps not spam Village well. Yes. Magic Cube definitely likes to make sure that I get plenty of Village wells in a day.
But
Have a
this
good
violates
meeting.
everything we know about the Fade.
So it does.
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit.
A demon, more likely.
If you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
Cole warned us about Corypheus at Haven. He saved a lot of lives.
We cannot know the true motivations of a demon.
He's right there.
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But you claim Cole looks like a young man. Is it possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
What do you mean by possession?
Spirits and demons cross over from the Fade by attaching themselves to something in this world. But Cole has willfully manifested in human form without possessing anyone.
And yes, the Tipsy Tiger is an accomplished DM, runs a bunch of games, and is a lovely person to talk to. And there's a bunch of other folks on the Discord as well, if you feel like joining the Discord. Do keep in mind you will need to check in with the town crier, so make sure that you look over those posts so that you don't pass by the village gate without being let in. Because there's a whole bunch of a Discord server there to unlock. So you want to make sure that you have a look at those posts properly so that you can be let into the village proper.
The demons who came through the breach, or through the rifts, weren't possessing anything.
These demons were drawn through against their will, driven mad by this world. But Cole predates the breach. From what we can tell, he has lived here for months, perhaps years. He looks like a young man. For all intents and purposes, he is a young man. It is remarkable.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself. Where is he now?
If none of us remember him, he could be anywhere.
Cullen back there just
Haven.
wandering around.
So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm... dead.
You're feeling their pain.
It's louder this close, with so many of them.
Would you like to go somewhere more comfortable?
Yes, but here is where I can help. Every breath slower, like lying in a warm bath, sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain, dry, scraping, thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
Yes, Tipsy Tiger, good point. So after you check in with the town crier, you should be able to see a channel called Join a Guild. And with that guild sign up, you can opt in to some of the hidden chats that are kind of the more like targeted conversations. So there's one for D&D, there's one for our Crafter Noon content, so anything that you're making, if you like to make stuff of any kind, digital art, physical artwork, or I like to do a lot of handmade stuff, any of that kind of stuff, you can share it in there. And there's a handful of guilds that you can join as well. You're a friendly spirit? We don't know what Cole is.
You're using your powers as a spirit to help people.
Yes. I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt, the helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die. Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
Ooh. We're so helpful. I'm glad to be helpful. I'm glad you found something helpful here, Firebolt. And if you're excited to start playing D&D, there's tons of resources out there. And we actually have a D&D setting for Mountain Shade Village, too, for our community. So there's a ton of stuff that has been put together in D&D. This is tough. We can let Cole kill this victim to end his pain, or try to save him. So do we trust Cole? Or do we try to convince him otherwise? Yeah, this one's tough. I feel like this is going to kind of form our relationship with him. Yeah, I feel like the answer is end his pain too, but it's gonna be... somebody's gonna not be happy about that.
All right. Help him.
It's all right. I want to stay.
Interesting. That didn't have apparently any other impacts. I'm a little surprised. Alrighty, so let's pull up our journal here.